Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another amazing video here on Film Zone. The Matrix Resurrection had more twists and turns than a roller coaster. The sci-fi flick had many Easter eggs and minute details, just reflecting how much of an impact The Matrix had on both the fans and the history of its genre. Each film from the original trilogy had a fair share of references and iconic quotes most hardcore fans know by heart in The Matrix Resurrection. In this video, we present to you some amazing Easter eggs in the new Matrix movie. Stay tuned. Before we start with today's video, however, make sure you subscribe to our channel and also turn on the bell for the latest notifications and updates. Make sure you never miss another video. With that said, let's jump into today's video. Delicious noodles and steak. To assert how the new Matrix is keeping Neo inside the Thomas Anderson persona, Resurrections created an obligatory simulation sequence. Here, Tom is seen doing a routine of eating, exercising, resting, and deliberating with his peers on the new The Matrix game. However, what's perhaps interesting is two things during the montage. Primarily, Tom eating noodles in a restaurant, and Tom eating delicious-looking steak. While they seem ordinary at first glance, they do serve as callbacks to two rather interesting pieces of dialogue in the first film. During Neo's initial training with Morpheus, he spots a restaurant he formerly frequented with the good noodles, and was saddened how the food he's been eating turned out fake all along. Meanwhile, antagonist Cypher's negotiations with Agent Smith will reveal his desire to become plugged again. During their conversation, Cypher is seen enjoying steak. The opening, phone call. Of each other. A female character in black sitting with her head turned in a shot of the Heart of the City hotel sign. And even though we soon learn who are watching isn't the Trinity we expect, the scene remains strangely familiar. The agent tells the lieutenant his men are already dead and Trinity's moves definitely are badass. They are not, however, enough to keep her from being trapped by the agents. Flying birds, a deja vu indicator. The Matrix movie's emphasis on the importance of deja vu as an indication of the simulation correcting the glitch is quite noticeable. It's revealed multiple times before impending disasters, and a final time in Revelations after the restoration of the Matrix. Interestingly, while a black cat does appear in Resurrections, it seems like a red herring. However, it soon appears it's the flying birds flying in a particular pattern in the sky that are the new deja vu indicators. This sequence is seen a few times, particularly during Tom's simulation montages and before destructive action sequences. Near the end of the film, the birds are once again seen before Neo and Trinity have to confront soldiers posing on them on the rooftop. The sunrise and helicopter sequence. With Tiffany finally awakening into the Trinity, she helps Neo escape the swarm mode, essentially nearby denizens of the Matrix transforming into agents. With Trinity and Neo on the loose, the analyst wanted them taken care of as a last-ditch effort to save his iteration of the Matrix. This chase culminates atop a rooftop, where Trinity and Neo references to the pandemic. It's not surprising that what's been going on in the real world has affected the film's production, and thanks to the coronavirus pandemic, the film went from a May 21, 2021 to April 2, 2022 release date, ultimately releasing on December 22, 2021. But turns out, there are some subtle nods to these unprecedented times in the movie itself. For instance, when they are using the train as a portal, there are actually several passengers curiously wearing face masks. In Io, Niobe uses a hand gesture of Knuckles, presumably in place of the handshake. Also, when Neo is imprisoned in the new city, Shepard takes him to a cell where the sign on the door reads Quarantine, high risk of infection. Upgrades. After the war, everything changed when peace followed. Several programs, including the Oracle, were purged and there were changes to both the simulation and the real world. For instance, bugs tell Thomas that using portals make it difficult for agents to track them, and there isn't any need for phone booths anymore. By contrast, the antagonists have major upgrades with the Rewind and Swarm mode. Meanwhile, in the real world, not all the sentient machines are evil, and we see a couple of them help the humans unplug and free Neo from his pod. And then there's the garden. And while humans couldn't jack into the Matrix before, they can now join the Copper Tops via projections. Conversely, programs from the Matrix can be semi-corporeal in the real world. Bugs. Though we first see the blue-haired character not watching Trinity, We only learn more about her after she saves Neo from either flying or falling off the building's ledge. Bugs tells him she used to be a window washer before she was unplugged. Remember Mr. Anderson staring out the windows while being admonished by his boss in the Matrix? Not only that, but she's got White Rabbit tattoo akin to do Jor's and she's wearing a carrot t-shirt. She later shares vital information with Neo, welcoming him back to the real world, echoing the way Lawrence Fishburne's character did. Her ship is the Nemo sign, which is likely named after the Greek goddess of memory. This is fitting because she jugs Neo's memory by sending him to the construct. That's all we have for you in today's video. Hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.